Hello everybody, it's me, DigMC, and welcome back to another epic podcast on the DigCast. Today we have our guest, JakeThaSnake52. Jake, introduce yourself, say hi.
Hi everybody, I'm JakeThaSnake52, here on the DigCast.
Indeed. So Jake, we've got a lot to talk. I sound like FitMC when I say that, but we've got a lot to talk about today. Lots of you're known in the 2v2t community. You're quite the character. You've been playing for 3 or so years, or 3 years. You're known for your achievements with your YouTube channel. You've also got controversies. So we're gonna try, delve into all of it today because I think it will be really interesting for people to hear because everyone kind of knows about the things you've done, but not that many people kind of know sort of Jake a little bit deeper, underneath the face value. So I'm going to open with a question here. So obviously you've been criticised a lot on 2b2t for various things, but is there any criticism that you agree with?
Actually, I agree with a lot of the criticism. Seeing in foresight, it has been 3 years since I started playing now, and I did have about a whole year where I was playing little to nothing, and I had a lot of time to think at my job and at work and saying, is this something I want to continue to do in my life? So I had a lot of time to think and really meditate on all the things these people have said against me. And I do agree with a lot of things people have said against me, and in reacting to that, I try to become a better person and a more understanding and kind person, because I think that's how you would succeed more on the server.
That sounds good. Yeah. So what would is there kind of a bit of criticism that you used to get a lot that kind of stands out, and deep down in yourself that you've fixed that, you've done it, and you've kind of overcome that, and you're sort of a bigger person now? Is there one thing in particular?
I do think I have overcame the subject of having a high ego and having that being surrounded. It's really hard not to have an ego when you're a YouTuber and you're playing the server and you're trying to make a name for yourself and you're trying to be noticed, and because that's how you think you're gonna get better friends or get in more groups on the server or do something substantial in that. But I don't think that I've completely it's like an everyday thing. I take input like, hey dude, you're kind of like in the sense where people say, hey Jake, your ego's too big, you're telling people what to do, you're banning people from the Discord, you're just acting like a fool and not taking a lot of input. So I do take more input now of how I should act. Yeah,
that's good to hear. It's interesting you brought up the ego thing, because that's probably gonna kind of relate to a lot of the questions that we start with, because obviously we're kind of starting with your not early life, but sort of 2020, right, which was your first year on 2b2t, when you first established yourself as like a character within the 2b community. So I guess we'll start with that. So just to clarify for the people that kind of don't know, because I think I know, but I'm not sure. So you started playing end of 2019, right?
It was actually June 2019 with Attica, and it was like a week before Attica's suicide came up on the scene. I was watching his videos, Sal's videos, and Fit's videos, and I think I was just attracted to FitMC's masculinity. And I was kind of
okay.
At that time, this is like somebody I want to become. Like, this guy's has a deep voice. This guy's strong. This guy doesn't take anybody's crap. He kind of doesn't care what other people think. He's just gonna do his own thing. And I think I was attracted to the server by his personality. But it wasn't until 2020 where I actually started my YouTube channel and started getting in the groups of Discord. I think I probably took longer to get to that point than others, because I was kind of in school and everything. So I played the server about 6 months. Really without interacting with anybody else.
So you literally were just kind of like a solo player for those first 6 months then?
Yeah, dude. I was just like that random person you see like at a spawn event. You don't know who that is.
So you did interact with communities. You did go to events and stuff. You weren't just in the millions building a cobble shack.
No, I tried to. Then my bed got destroyed by a house or whatever the first week.
What?
I couldn't find that place even to this day. But yeah, dude, I would watch the Fit videos. I'm like, hey, dude, there's a sky base in this Fit video. I want to find out those chords, even if they're griefed. And trying to find that, I found Wrath Outpost, or whatever that thing was, 3,000 blocks out. And a bunch of people were building there. I built a pixel art, and I built a few things, and I came back on the next day, it was still there. Came back the next day, it was still there. I think after a week it got griefed. And then I think a week after that, I got these two guys led me in a Discord call to a chunk ban. So I think after I got chunk banned, like 2 days after buying Pro, I just kind of
Oof.
quit till Christmas break.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So when you first kind of started playing, did you have the intention of starting a YouTube channel like from the scratch, or like when did that kind of come about?
Oh my gosh, no way. I did YouTube like on and off like since like 2016. I think it was all that is a private, but like it was just like kind of like documenting my journey and playing football like in high school and everything. I got like all state. I went to play college and football was my whole life. Got injured, so started playing more video games again like I did in high school. So I made a YouTube stream like when I was in Imperium College just to like kind of like meme FitMC. I just had like his. I think that video's still on YouTube, like just his face like on like half the screen and just kind of like making fun of like, okay, like I don't want to become like a 2B streamer. These guys are cringe. Like I was just kind of like memeing it. It's kind of funny now because like I kind of took it really far and became that like 100% person that was kind of making fun of when I first joined.
Yeah. So we kind of skipped a bit there. So what, you joined Imperium?
Yeah. Oh wow. Yes.
How did that come about?
Mac tonight. I really hit it off with him Christmas break when I started joining Discord groups and like in chat. I think it was Ruhama, like his shop. I bought from his shop and he was in Imperium or something.
Sorry, who?
Ruhama.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, Ruhama, yeah. So it was actually so Ruhama, he had this client named Ruhama Client, and he also had a shop called Apple Shop, which was like the biggest shop back in 2019. So that's how I got items to start out with.
Okay.
And then I just started talking to some people, connections, and ended up interviewing with Dark Emperor, I think the day after Christmas, and got in there for about 3 weeks. So that was like the first official group I was part of.
What happened to get you no longer in the Imperium? Why did it only last 3 weeks?
Yeah, so this is a big lesson I actually learned, is not to counter, like if someone's like, I was trying to be overprotective of Imperium, Voco came in Imperium, and I started spamming general chat, like all these things, just spamming at everyone. I was just like, and I started spamming them to leave, as like seeing that it was really stupid because Dark Emperor just saw that as, okay, this guy's spamming chat, he's
You're
banned.
being toxic, yeah.
A toxic, and I didn't see that back then. Now I do. It's so obvious. I'm like, why would I add to the toxicity? And that wasn't the last time I made that mistake, but I wasn't being told, like, I was just building Imperium, like all these things like kind of add up. I was building Imperium bases by myself because I wasn't getting invited them with the Imperium logo. I'm like, yo, look, I built a base with the Imperium logo. Like, oh yeah, look at me. But that doesn't really impress people that lead groups. You want to do what you're told to do, and I was just kind of doing my own thing. And they saw that, and I couldn't. Only thing I even got in the group was because I was trying to base hunt, and that's what I got. I wasn't supposed to be building base. I wasn't supposed to be PvPing. So. What,
you were meant to be like a official Imperium base hunter or something?
I guess so with Mac tonight. Trying to
Right.
find the group's bases or whatever, no matter. But I got
right. Okay. Yeah, I mean that's quite a good lesson actually, as you say, because a lot of like as a new fag, to survive in a group or to get anywhere in a group, I mean you become a true member of a group when you become friends with everyone else and become friends with the leaders. But until that point, it is really just how can I contribute to these guys without coming off like I'm dick sucking them, basically. Because a lot of groups, well, I mean, it's different per group, but some groups will, see a dick sucker and be like, oh, yes, we can use this guy for projects, blah, blah, blah. Others will be like, oh, this guy's annoying as fuck, can we ban him?
Exactly.
And, yeah, so it's just finding a balance, and some people do it, some people don't, and that's why some people end up leaving, and I just got disconnected. Nice.
Oh, I did? Oh. No, yeah, I think with the dick sucking, I don't think I ever crossed that line. I'm actually trying to go more to that line of, like, trying, like, hey, like, how can I help out when I join? How can I help out to this? Can I bring items? Can I build something? Can I use my YouTube channel? Can I stream it? I try to like add something value, and just try to being help. And I don't expect anything in return. I just try to be friend. I mean, that's a huge thing is being friendly. And when you like join a Discord for the first time, it's really important to me at least to just kind of be quiet and kind of feel out the room for however long that takes. It's like, okay, this is these people's sense of humor. This is like the line. Like, are they like really strict on like some groups are like the spawn masons. That's why I didn't get into spawn masons actually.
Right. Okay.
Because I would take races and I would joke around with that a lot, back then, and they was kind of like a zero tolerance with that. And I thought they were kidding, but they were actually like serious. It's kind of funny. It's like other things they do, but like when it comes to like racing, like no. So it's like it's like that stuff. You got to see where the line is with that group, and I think that's
So you're saying that if you didn't make racist jokes, that right now you'd be, building with negative entropy, fucking big Spawn Masons member.
That's up to them. I mean, because back then, like I'm talking about January, February 2020, it wasn't literally not known about me. So you can just have a fresh start, and that was one of the groups. I mean, I would be okay becoming part of then. But
sure. Okay, so let's get back to your YouTube now. So by the time you got I actually remember when you got banned from Imperium, like the first time or something, because you were streaming and I was watching the live stream. Yeah. I think some Imperium member was in chat and he was like, you were kind of saying some like offensive stuff to Imperium, like talking shit about them or something like that.
Oh, that was like 3 months later, actually. That's actually
was it?
Down the road. Yeah.
Really?
That was April. Yeah. If you want to talk about that now, I can. Or
no, we'll go on to it later.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Well, don't forget about that then. So when did you kind of first start making your YouTube videos? Because I know you streamed for a bit, but what kind of inspired you to make videos?
I just felt like everybody was keeping it secret, all these exploits in the server, like Elytra Fly or the PvP settings, or like people really got mad about this on like how to like people are bed trapped and you don't get bed trapped, stuff like that. And I just was like, okay, this information shouldn't be hidden to a group of friends. Like now I know why it's like that, but back then I was just kind of like, I'm just gonna release videos and like how to everything I learned in the server. Like if there's a dupe that comes out, I'm gonna make the video about the dupe. If there's an exploit, how to Elytra Fly, I'm gonna make it about that. If there's a group on 2B, like Imperium or Last Templar or Spawn, I'm gonna make a video on them, see if people want to join that group. So I would just literally, I would get home from school. I mean, I had lunch break at 12, so I would edit the video during my lunch break. I had like 2 hours, go back to class, get back on YouTube, and then stream 3:30, like 7:30. And I did that for 6 months straight.
Wow.
And I think that consistency really gave had the biggest growth in my YouTube channel. I think it grew like from like under, I think like 90 subscribers to over 5,000 in that 6 months.
Yeah.
Which was really quick at the time.
Yeah, for real. What kind of reaction did you get from the community when you first started like uploading and streaming?
It was actually funny enough. I spammed people in my videos on Discord, so people didn't really like that too much. Cause it was kind of like spammy. I would add everyone in every Discord, post it on the Reddit. I would post it in 2B chat, so people just like kind of like stopped spamming in a sense. But I think when they kind of came and watched the stream and kind of like saw like how laid back it was, and I would say hi to everybody. They had questions, how to do something on 2B, they just joined, we would answer it, or like just something that kind of. Q was really big back then, so I think a lot of people just watched my streams while they were in Q. Even Proud Q was like over 100. So
yeah. Back then it was massive because of COVID.
Huge, it's huge. So it was a mixed reaction. I think it was way more positive. Like, obviously, would kind of eventually get way more negative and way more controversial as the time went on. But initially, I just had some diehard fans of my videos, and that really
Well, even your videos.
My streams. I think I was I wanted to do videos to start out with a lot, and I kind of got into live streams because they were easier.
Right.
But, just die hard. Yeah, they couldn't wait for the next one, and
fair enough.
Really cool.
That's interesting you say that, because I remember, like, I'm not trying to be rude here. You've grown a lot since then, but I remember kind of seeing your videos and like genuinely like being really confused as to whether or not they were like ironic or not. Just because of like the production quality, obviously, it's when everyone starts making videos for the first time. Mine were equally as bad.
Horrible.
But I remember kind of just thinking, is this guy joking with like you had like 3 different cinematic Blender intros and stuff. Can you explain that actually? What's with why did you choose to have 3 different intros?
To be honest with you, Dig, I'll be honest. I'm not sure if. I'll explain it this way. They were meant to be a joke. They were meant to be memey. Not 100%.
Okay, all right.
Like I would really convince people and convince myself like this is a real thing. But like I got the sorry, my computer's died. I got the pleasure of just having out and seeing people laugh and having a good laugh in that sense of putting this. And the 3 intros things was like I just found another intro to put. Like I would like look up good not 2B intros, YouTube intros.
Yeah.
I would keep stack them on top of each other, and I remember Salsy watching one of them. He's like, I'm like, okay, let's get into the video, and they would have another intro. I'm like, okay, and I would say 2B2T is the oldest server, and I would so the story behind that, I just didn't really care. It was more about me. It wasn't about quality. It was about
personal enjoyment. Yeah.
I just wanted to get a video every day, even if it was I couldn't skip a day without having a video.
Oh, you uploaded daily? I didn't know that.
The first 6 months, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Like over 100. I just wanted to. But yeah, okay. When you said that, the videos, yeah, it was more the diehard fans of the stream, not the diehard fans of the videos.
Yeah.
I think my dislike ratio when they showed that publicly on YouTube was always like very, because it was mostly Imperium members, because I would spam, you know, I would spam all the Discords, and people would just go on the video to dislike it and then leave.
Yeah. So you're saying there were some layers of kind of irony in those first ever videos then? You were trying to make people laugh by like just kind of messing around. You weren't trying to make it like professional. Okay.
I would look up like Google like Minecraft funny face. Like I would just try to make it really emotional. Emotional or really dramatic, and just like, oh my god, there's a new dupe. Oh my god, or like, you know, and just kind of like shock people in that sense, because I guess that's what like some YouTube videos like you have to like kind of. I know your videos aren't like really like that, but it's like some people they just like over dramatize things, and they just become really emotional, and just a thing to. People like to watch it. It keeps viewer retention, and it keeps.
And you were doing that to the extreme to be funny, basically, just because of how like just weird and over exaggerated it was.
Yeah, I was sending my friends like, "Hey, look at this video. Look how many intros I had," and like it's just like pretty much, putting out shit posts.
For the pleasure of the ears of the listeners of the TheDigCast, can you do your catchphrase, the oldest anarchy server in Minecraft?
Oh my god, I haven't gotten asked this in over 2 years.
Come on, bro, we need to hear it.
Oh my god.
Like you used to do it in your videos.
Yeah, alright, I'll try. 2B2T is the oldest anarchy server in Minecraft. Okay, I don't know, dude.
That was beautiful. Okay. So let's skip to sort of like kind of early 2020. So would you say COVID and quarantine was kind of a pivotal moment for you? Huge.
I mean, I think it was a lot of people's lives. I had to go back home to New York, and I was kind of happy at the moment, because I was like, yo bro, I have more time to play 2B, I have more time to game. But I was away from college friends, I was away from school. I liked going to class. I didn't want to like do school from home. My grades went down. I didn't really want to do that too much, so couldn't go to the gym. Gyms were closed. A lot of things changed, man. I was really happy. It's like, I have so much time to more work on my YouTube channel. I have so much more time to play. But
so you were really serious about kind of growing your YouTube channel then? You actually took it as something that, was, you knew kind of, or you were trying to get it big. Like that was kind of your big thing.
Yeah, I just saw the exponential growth, and I think I just got too into it at like the first couple of months, where it's like, dude, my channel is doubling every 2 weeks. Like if this keeps happening, I can make this like
a full-time thing. Yeah.
Very short-sighted though. Very short-sighted. Obviously I didn't have donations, or I didn't have my channel monetized, I think, till like April, so I didn't really care about the money. I just kind of like to see the subscriber count go up. It's fun. Yeah. Was it also like it was kind of like the easiest way for you to get like notoriety within the community? Back then, yeah, dude. But in hindsight, it's like that's not something I should want at all. It's way. Community's way much better if you're just like hanging around a group of 5 friends, dude. Yeah. I just want to say a thing recently too. I just joined this group of mostly players that just joined the server called was it the Church of Christ of 2B2T, and we just built churches like this last week, and like I didn't even mention my YouTube channel. Like you were just there having fun. Week. Yeah, and it kind of like it didn't really help it when I said, hey, I'm gonna stream at this base, and it didn't really help it too much. It's kind of like changed the vibe a little bit. So like taking the YouTube out of it and stuff like that on 2B in groups, it just makes it way more fun. And I didn't understand that back in 2020. I just wanted everybody to. I kind of like. I don't want to say I'm this evil, dude, but I kind of use people. I kind of use literally every group I was in. Like everybody had to know about my YouTube. Everybody had to watch just by the videos. Spamming it. Yeah, dude. I'm like, dude, what the hell was I thinking, dude? Like, that's not cool. Like, I wouldn't want somebody. I see when people are joining other, like, they spam in my Discord. I'm like, I don't like that. It's just annoying, yeah. It's annoying. Like, you're just being a clout chaser, right? So. Yeah. I mean, did you enjoy the like all the attention you were getting as you were initially growing? Was that kind of like your main motivator? I wouldn't say it was my motivator, but I definitely, of course, enjoyed it. Yeah. I would just, I mean, I would think like. I'm around friends, and if we do something cool, I can make a video about it. That'd be cool. So, but I don't think it has. More my motivator was just like trying to. No matter what I do, I just try to. I just try to put my 100% of my effort into it. I just get super focused. Yeah. So that was the thing. Everything was centered around was that, and eventually how the Discord got started up and everything. So
Sure. So you mentioned earlier, like your the like dislike ratio on your first few videos kind of reflected a negative sort of outlook. Would you say you were kind of like blind to the criticism that you got in those early days, or kind of just throughout your journey in general? Like,
was that linked to it? Sorry, I didn't understand the question. You said I was linked to the criticism?
No. Were you blind to any criticism that you've gotten?
Blind.
Yeah. Do you kind of like dismiss it and say, "Oh, it's just haters"?
100%, 100% schizo in that sense. Like, even you, dude. Like, I just before the interview, I kind of looked back in DMs and looked back in DMs with Baki before doing the Oscars last week. I'm like, dude, I was a total asshole. These guys were kind of nice to me, like in a sense of when they were talking to me, like they were nice, and I was just kind of like schizily saying, dude, oh, this guy, they're just trying to like do something bad to me. I think a lot of people's mindset is these days, and I kind of like trying to talk people out of it because it's not a way to really live life. It's just kind of like everybody's out for your harm because they're, you know, people do see, you know, like some people see good in you. Some people like want to help you in a sense.
So is that how you felt back then? That kind of everyone was sort of against you, other than the people in like your stream chat?
I don't think everybody was against me. I would kind of, well, I was definitely, I had a few friends that were kind of just making telling me like, oh, dude, no, you're perfect, like in a sense, you know, or saying, yeah, dude, you're like, what you're doing is okay. And they were kind of it was kind of justifying a lot of things I was doing. It was how was my behavior, how I was acting, how I was handling things. But it's good to definitely hear both perspectives and not just hearing the other people that don't like your content. And I think that's more important than people that do, because that's how you get better as a person, or if it's a YouTube channel or on Tubi, if that take that was it constructive criticism instead of just saying like coming, you know, where is this person coming from? Is this person coming from a point of jealousy? It's like, oh, this person just want me to, they don't like me because I'm whatever, having more successful than them, or are they actually saying, dude, no, dude, your life is deteriorating, you're gaining a lot of weight, you're becoming more healthy, your mental health is going down. And I definitely didn't take that advice at all until a long time after 2020.
When did you think that changed? Was it kind of after you sort of took a step back from YouTube for the first time because the world kind of started?
When I started work, dude. I started work in, you know, when COVID kind of laid off in May 2021.
Yeah.
And when I found that huge base, and I stopped playing for, I think seriously on the server, like for almost until like this month, like 18 months.
Wow. A
lot of time reflecting and looking back on it. I mean,
Did you not go back to your university?
No, I did not. I was continuing online classes for that. I never, they're actually asking me to come back for like a graduate degree and stuff. I'm like, I just had a letter, but I'm just like,
bitch, I have a YouTube career. I don't need a university degree. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, dude. No, yeah, it's very few people. It's very competitive for YouTube.
You don't have to answer this, but I'm just genuinely curious. Is it true that you studied religion or like Christianity?
I did. So that was, I studied that as a minor for a couple of years at Christian University.
Okay. Are you a Christian yourself?
Yeah. Ooh. I don't know how to really answer. I'm a Christian. I think that's the most I'm most linked to.
Okay. Yeah. If you had to pick a faith, you choose that.
If I had to pick one, I have nothing against any other religions.
Of course.
But so yeah.
Okay, yeah, sorry, that was just my
Sorry, I know there's a lot of people
curiosity.
like against like what Christians say and what the Bible says. Oh, do you hate these type of people? You hate, like, no. Yeah. So I don't think like, and there's a lot of different types of Christians.
Sure. Yeah, so let's continue with your YouTube journey here. So you've been streaming, uploading videos, you've kind of got your name out there. Was there like a single time period or like event that or thing you did that kind of brought you from just a kind of small streamer to like a player that everyone was talking about, for better or for worse?
Ooh, that's gotta be somewhere. I just think I don't think there's maybe one moment, but there was just kind of like an everyday thing of just streaming every single day, and it caught momentum, and I think it really exploded during my 1 month long stream in August 2020. You got up to 2,000 viewers at one point, and then holding like 100 views for a long time. I think that video has like 50,000 views. Yeah, my most viewed stream. Yeah, but you can't watch it.
Yeah, we'll have a whole like kind of section on that, because I do want to go into your 1 month stream. That's funny that it's a month, because I thought it was a week. I had it written down here as let's talk about Jake's week-long stream. I didn't know it was a month stream.
I think there's also another week-long a year later. I think there's another.
Oh, okay, right.
Yeah, so this is 2021 and 2021.
That's crazy.
There's no plans for 2022.
So would you say your channel was very much different after the month stream than before? Was that kind of like a sort of big moment?
as I said, there was no like exact moment in a sense. It was just kind of.
It was just
like,
a bit.
I know people can like kind of like push like other people like FitMCU because of Rusher came in, that's what his like channel took off, or other YouTubers they had the kind of like this, you know, or anybody just had this like spiky moment. But I just think if there was a changing moment, that would be it. But I just can't really think of anything that's like it was like boom, here it is. I think the PvP definitely. I remember like okay, base hunting streams are not that interesting to me anymore. I did a poll on my YouTube saying, hey guys, what do you want to see? Oh, I just got logged out. My bad.
Oh shit, same.
You
got kicked to the same side.
No, they can't hear me. Oh really?
No, we can still hear you. Yeah, don't worry.
Yeah. Okay. Yep. So yeah, and I just started PvPing for a better part of I think after May. I was just really mad I kept getting killed at spawn, and I wanted to be like, yo, if my base gets griefed, I want to. If they show up to my base at the time, which actually ended up happening, I want to be able to like PvP them.
We want to get rid of them. Yeah.
Yeah, which is kind of larpy, but it was fun.
did that ever happen? Did you ever get attacked at your base? Really?
Yes.
When you killed them?
Multiple times actually. I can dinner 2 times when the dupe came out and I duped 3,000 dubs. 3 people came to my base at all the same time. I tried Maxi Taxi, Duck goes quacking. I grabbed the 3rd guy, killed them all. Another time, it was about 100 dubs base and whatever. Some guy, it was this base like it only lasted like a couple days, but I remember logging on. He's right there. I'm like, okay, who's this guy? Some guy's friend, and I just ended up PvPing and killing him. So.
Shit, fair enough.
Kind of larpy.
GG.
Why not? Yeah,
that's interesting. You never really hear about people being like online when their base gets griefed. But yeah. Well, I mean, you did. I mean, that literally happened the other day. My group griefed like a Dom Fuel base, and there were people online. But like to actually see like the person who's the builder defending the base, that's quite fun. So was there any like what? Okay, sorry, I'll rephrase the question. What was the biggest thing you did in terms of what gained you the most sort of attention? Let's say prior to your month-long stream.
Prior to my month-long stream, giving my most attention. Oh, dude, I just really believe in consistency.
Was it just consistency? Really... Yeah, fair enough. Okay, that's a valid answer.
Yeah. I guess Dupe Griefer.
Oh shit! Yeah, okay, we need to talk about this. Sorry, yeah. Right. When did you make your first 2v2t music video, and what gave you that idea?
God,
like, why did you sit down and think, yeah, this is a good idea? Drop it.
I actually got out. I remember this song. My friend liked it so much. Not many people knew I was create videos, but my roommates knew because they would like come in my room, you know, and they'd see me playing.
Yeah.
It was actually I duped a Pearl, and I was in a fraternity at college, so I remember them like taking I duped a Pearl and like just playing it.
Oh
a
my
lot of
god!
The guys in the fraternity, and they, yeah.
What was that one? I duped a Pearl and I liked it. Something like that.
You got it, dude.
Yeah, I do remember that. That's funny. Okay, so obviously you're most known for your Dupe Griefer. Yeah. So what was was that like your second one, or did you do a few of them between that?
Yeah, I think it was like maybe the 3rd or 4th. That was a huge thing. That was a huge growth in my channel actually. I remember like all those videos have like almost 20,000 or over 20, like one has like almost 100,000 views. It's just like that pumped out of videos, like 5 videos.
Yeah.
During early April, they just did really well. I don't know. I was just on a grind back then, and I released a video on Easter 2020, and I had no idea why I named it Dupe Griefer. It's a cover of the song "I'm a Believer."
Yeah.
You know, so I just try to like put like 2v2t words into a song. Not the first person to do it, won't be the last, and that just pumped. People like that song because I think people grief a lot, and I've never been a big griefer. I all of my friends are, but they put their songs for their grief montages or PvP montages. People like that song. I don't know why, but people like that song the best.
Can you explain the deeper meaning behind the lyric, "When I wanted stashes, I got banned"?
Oh my gosh. Yo, I don't really know what you're talking about in that part of the song. I just...
It was just random 2B words, basically. Yeah, there you go. Cool.
Yeah, I can't think of anything. I'm
sorry. Fair. No, that's fine. That was kind of a meme question. Something a few people asked me to ask you actually, and I've seen quite a lot like as a meme. Yeah. Will there ever be a Dupe Griefer 2?
Redstoner has been asking me that for a while, and we'll see. We'll see. I did miss the dead mark because I know Dupe Stash here was released 2021, right? April 2020, a year after. So I'd have to make it April 2022. But I sold my PC. So I sold my PC like 10 months ago. and I'm just on my laptop right now, so it's kind of I never got control of the editing software and everything. But when I do,
right, okay.
if I ever do, I would definitely be pumping out videos, and that would be one of the first videos.
So it's not off the question. It's in the pipeline.
No.
Okay.
It's in the pipeline.
I think that will make a lot of people very relieved. So okay, let's go on to 30-day stream. So this was kind of like an insane fucking thing. Like when you first started it, I couldn't believe you were doing it. I mean, I don't think did you have a target of 30 days, or was it just kind of like how long? Yeah, because you never had.
I was doing
Yeah, because I remember you did. Right, I remember you did a 24-hour stream, and I was like, okay, this guy's like that's fucking AIDS. I could never do that. Then it went on to 2 days, then it went on to like a week, and I was just like, what the? I think everyone in the community was thinking, what the fuck is this guy doing? And then it got to a month. So like, what gave you that idea?
Oh my gosh, dude!
What made you think that was a good idea?
That made me so a lot. Even like I remember Barondom reaching out and like saying, "Keep going, you're doing amazing." Everybody just I kind of like I hear like from everybody from the community during that stream, and even other communities. Yeah, so I was doing 24-hour streams like I think every month at that point, and I was just doing I try to keep breaking my own record, do a 25-hour, 26, 27. Wasn't good for my mental health, obviously. Don't recommend it. I thought I was a professional because I would just like I would sometimes just stay up that long just base hunting or whatever, you know. So that came along. I think I just hit. The stream was doing really well. The viewership was up, getting a lot of subscribers. So I just said, hey, let's just see how long we could go. I think I stayed up for about the first 40 hours. Didn't sleep at all. Yeah, and I said, okay, I gotta sleep, guys. But I'm not gonna turn off the stream. We're just gonna.
Were you like sleeping on stream? Like, could people see?
Yes.
Oh wow! Fucking
yes. Yes.
So
when during COVID still, so
yeah.
I had no reason to go out of my house. I think I DoorDashed every meal.
When were you outside of your room? When were you outside of camera? Was it literally just when you went to the toilet?
I went to the toilet. Yeah, if I was actually back in my dorm, I almost like you can actually see the door of my bathroom. But I was actually back in my house at this point where you couldn't have to leave my room, or the bathroom, and then also just picking up food. So yeah, obviously I was very. I don't remember I just remember what other people tell me because I was just zoned out the entire stream. You know, I was like a zombie dead.
I was gonna say that because I remember watching, and it was that image of Eric Cartman on like his PC. That was it. What you look like. Yeah, you were kind of just like a vegetable, just sort of looking at your monitor and like listening to watching Q or whatever. And like that can't have been good for your mental and physical health. Like,
no, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's definitely not.
So you wouldn't do it again?
No. I just thought it was one time in life where it's like, I'm young, it's COVID, we can't exit the house. This is the only time in my life to ever achieve something like this.
That's true. That's a good point, actually. Yeah, because that is, it's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. I mean, saying that makes it sound like a good thing, but it is. That's only something you can do once in your life, right? Well, when we had COVID, so.
Well, I didn't really think about all the mental, ramifications of that and the consequences. I was just thinking, nobody else does this, and I guess that's the reason why.
I mean, it set you up like it's everyone kind of by the end of it, everyone on 2B2T, for better or for worse, knew who JakeThaSnake52 was. So I guess it worked, right?
So many different things that happened during that stream. YouTube doesn't allow any streams to go up past 24 hours, but a lot of people remember a lot of things from that stream, like the TikTok invasion. A bunch of people got TikTok at my channel.
Can you talk about that? Because I know about it, but I know some people don't.
I don't know tons about that, the TikTok thing.
You got cancelled, isn't it?
I guess so. I didn't even have TikTok back then, man. I didn't understand TikTok, like what was going on. I remember like the person that like shouted out my channel got like deleted or something after I got 3 million views.
Right.
But that was I gotta mention that, and there's also the Russians came in, like this huge million view Russian from Russia. Shout out my channel. I got banned on stream. I think it was in one of Fast Vincent's videos. When I went to I think it was Redstoner's lag machine at Swamp, and got like 3 bases blown up. I probably went through like 6 different dupe stashes during that stream, like 3 different bases. Met tons of different people that I wouldn't have before. Because like when you're doing that, you're playing it every single time of the day.
Yeah.
You're meeting Australians, Americans, people from Europe, people all over the world. Just because that's just like. Or from Asia. That's just because the different times the day you play, you meet different types.
Sure, yeah. So looking back on it, obviously, of course, you accept or that it had a severe effect on you. But would you say it was kind of like, do you regret it?
Yes, but no. I regret
Because I wouldn't regret it, to be honest. Like,
no, I do regret it. I do, because I definitely negatively affected a lot of people for just having that
right.
having that behavior. But yeah, I don't think it's worth it. I mean, just the little little people think know about how you streamed for a month. I mean,
it's a crazy, bro. A month.
Yeah, dude. And I would have done more, but the stream crashed at the end. And the stream ended on YouTube, so I couldn't go past that. It was from, I think it started 8/13, and yeah, it was no goal. I think it was like exactly, I think it was 27 days, whatever 648 hours divided by 24 is.
Right. Okay. It was a long time, basically.
Yeah. Very long.
Would you say kind of during that stream, or like just after that stream, was like the peak of your 2B2T fame, or was that a different, like, something else?
Yeah, I think things were going downhill from there. That was, if they're already not going downhill, they were going downhill from there. Just of my behavior. So
do you think that
I was treating other people?
Do you think your behavior got worse because of what you subjected yourself being in a dark room for a month?
It didn't help.
Right.
So, yeah. Now I definitely today I take breaks. Like I said, like my pro just ran like a couple days ago, and I don't plan to. I played for this past month. Before I haven't played for a long while, but I do, definitely. Yeah, you have to set breaks and everything. You gotta everything in moderation.
Yeah, basically.
So.
Yeah. So that actually brings me to quite an interesting question, which I think I've asked like I might have asked all three of the previous guests, but would you say you were addicted to 2B2T?
Yeah, 100%.
Fully. Yeah.
100%.
What was it that kept you coming back? Like, why did you not just be like, oh, I want to play GTA 5 today with my boys? Like, why was it always 2B?
It's just you always had a friend online. You always had someone to talk to. You always had somewhere to... Because relationships, they would not just be built like over days or weeks. It's like with other games, if you meet people online, relationships in 2B were built years. You can start something with somebody and get to know a lot about them, and yeah, it just I don't know what brings,
so the kind of just
yeah,
the sort of just social aspect.
Oh, 100%.
Right.
100%
Okay.
Social aspect. It gets kind of lonely, dude, when you're just playing by yourself or in life. Definitely during COVID.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I know. I think us 2B players, of all the things, we got quite lucky with that, because life was kind of just, it's sad to say, but sort of life seemed kind of business as usual for at least me when COVID hit. It was like I go from spending I go from spending hours a day playing Minecraft to spending more hours a day playing Minecraft. It was kind of like, yeah, sick. But but I don't want to say that negative in a sense, because like there's a hugely positive impact of like meeting all these different people from all these different parts of the world, and just like, I don't know why Minecraft's just really fun, and just building things or doing whatever. Like I know people say it's a dull day. There's never a dull day on 2B in 2020. It's always something new. The Dupe's coming out. There's an update, this and that, groups and activities and Fight Club, and everybody was always if you knew the right people to talk to, there's always something really cool going on. Somewhere. You just have to find where. Right, yeah. And so did like the hate that you were getting for your... Because obviously you were an easy target, this kind of guy sitting on his computer doing a 30-hour stream. Did that never demotivate you? You kind of just saw right through it?
Yeah, I mean, definitely. Let's see. Yeah, I made mistakes. I think people blew those up of just how I was treating other people and how I was conducting myself. So that negativity, in a sense, kind of made things worse for me, definitely.
Yeah.
Not the negativity, though. What are you saying, the criticism?
Well, just the general hate from the community, yeah.
Yeah, because you can hear like 100 good things. If you hear one bad thing, it's like that thing just screams in your ear. And you can use it for a good thing or use that for a bad thing. I use that for a bad thing. Now I try to use it for a good thing of how to make myself better. Do you think
you've sort of grown unsensitive to criticism? Not unsensitive, that's the wrong word. Have you got a thicker skin nowadays? Because I remember back then, like personally, I was a bit of a Jake the Snake hater back then, because, you know, as I said earlier, you were sort of an easy target, and I remember I kind of talked about you in my streams, kind of chat a bit of shit about you, saying like, oh, he shouldn't be playing 2B, blah blah blah, like, you know, whatever, and you kind of you spammed my chat like, fuck you, like, you sent me the clip of me saying it on Discord and stuff, and like, do you think you're do you think you've developed a nice thick skin now, so you aren't really affected by those kind of things anymore?
I don't say I'm not. Yeah, I think definitely in a sense, but I think I'm affected. I try to use it because you were right, dude. I just didn't feel like. Okay, I'm just gonna say back then, not now, but I just didn't feel like you would say it right to me. I'm like, oh, this guy doesn't know me. This guy doesn't, you know, this guy, you know, F this guy, or anybody that says anything bad about me before getting to know me. And that's just a sense. Well, they were actually coming from a good place. Like, hey, like, they don't want to. You don't want to see somebody's like, dude. A lot of people on YouTube, they would like look at Nick Avocado. They want, like, a lot of people, like, at the beginning, they wanted to see that. You know, people are naturally attracted to somebody's downfall in a sense. You weren't. I mean, that's what, dude. Literally, there's no words because you were actually trying to help me back then. I just couldn't see the hand people were extending to me, of like, hey. This is
that's really good, knowing that you've kind of grown past it, because obviously I sort of like you, I've been for the past year, you know, I took a big break from like the 2B community, and going into this podcast I was kind of like, oh, is this going to be AIDS? Like, is this guy going to like hate me for trying to like dig into his sort of the negative side of him? Like, and it's really nice to see that you've kind of you know, matured past that. So on the flip side, we've been talking about a lot of negatives. On the positive thing, what would you say? No, it's my fault. I've been asking all the questions. What would you say is like your most the most positive thing to come out of 2020? What did you enjoy the most about that
all
entire
my friends,
area?
Dude, all my friends, Rob, I met Grim or the Platoon, Ninkon, Spencer 36,000, whatever the Platoon was. I was spending a lot of time with at the end of 2020. And we ended up building a Christmas base, which is so fun. We just kind of, like at Herm's last podcast, I was, you know, you just build a base to run around in, you know, and jump around.
Yeah.
That was like our base, you know, any base you create really, but it was tons of fun. Tons of fun just being, having a Christmas base and having all those bases. They would obviously, you know, they would get grief or whatever, but a lot of great memories, a lot of really, really great memories, a lot of great people I met, and yeah, dude, the server itself went to the world board beginning and ended up being back at spawn at the end of the year.
So the people, basically the people you built, and I remember because obviously I did used to watch some of your streams back then, not religiously, but just kind of I'd check in from time to time. And the one thing I always like, even back when I kind of, you know, was a bit of a hater of you, even back then, I always kind of respected how you clearly enjoyed what you were doing. Like, I remember watching you and being like, if this guy didn't do all the dumb shit he's been doing, he'd be really like fun to watch. And like, this guy's actually like kind of enjoys this. He's sort of a natural entertainer. And you had some actual fans, like in chat, you'd see the regulars and shit. Which obviously, as another streamer, I know how good that feels to see like the regulars tuning in and shit and talking, and it really feels like you build like a sense of community, which is really fucking nice. And so it's nice to see that you had that as well, even though, you know, you were suffering. You also had all these good things going on for you.
Yeah, dude, and I don't put myself above my fans. I just think we all kind of build it up. It's just not my channel, dude. It's all the people that ever did anything. If it's even just typing one message in chat, to subscribing, to join the Discord, to being member of the base, I got received so much help. In this, it's 2B, it's hard to play, and I'm not really a tech savvy hard game. Even though I play so much video games, I've just never been, you know, I need a lot of help, and that's when the social aspect comes in, giving all these, you know, how to do things. I kind of gave back to the community. Through streams and through like, hey man, none of your friends are online right now because it's 3 a.m. and you live in Australia. Okay, dude, maybe hop in a stream and you can kind of hear me in a VC with other guys, or maybe you can hop in the Discord VC and just kind of like, hey, dude, we're all in this together, in a sense. And obviously those, you know, I was at Spurg and there's some Spurgs that kind of join up that we kind of have to be against, you know.
That's 2B, Spurgs be Spurgs.
Yeah, let's be Spurgs and we make fun of those people, but it's good to be on the side, not, you know, it's good to be on the group side where being around your friends and not being the, you know, guy left out.
Yeah.
So I try to like being all inclusive.
Yeah. So okay, let's move on from your kind of peak of fame during 2020 when you like did your 1 month stream. So what sort of happened when the world started opening back up? Was that kind of the same time you started going outside again and doing less 2B stuff?
Well, yeah, as I said, when I found that, I deleted everything, really, my YouTube channel. I deleted Discord channel and everything like that when I just kind of have the boiling point of it, like, this isn't good, in January. And I think May I started, I don't want to go too much in my personal life, but I started work and didn't hit pro or whatever, so stopped playing. I just feel like I can count on my hand, like, how many times I feel like I logged in between, like, May 2020 and, like, July, like, right now, today. So it's, like, a long period of time.
Wow. So May 2021, do you mean? Sorry, not 2020.
Yes. Oh, yeah,
May
2021 cool. To all the way up to today. So, and I don't feel like that opening arms thing's really happened until maybe May this year. So it took a lot of consistency, a lot of apologies, a lot of recognizing my mistakes, and just letting my ego go down, dude. Like, hey, dude, I'm sick of fighting this criticism. Whatever this is in front of me that I need to change, I'm willing to do it, dude. I'd rather be, have open arms in front of the community and be nobody, not have a YouTube, not have anything, be a complete new player. Or than just having everything, but just being hated by everybody. And I think we know a couple people that are like that on 2B, which is, I don't want to say, there's some, some people that are just like hated by everybody in a sense where they don't really talk to anybody, but I don't want to be like that. So that's why I kind of
that's good.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, so I think now is kind of the time to talk about the elephant in the room, right? Because a lot of people were... no one's given me any pushback, but I expect when people first see that I've interviewed you, I'll be getting kind of some, why are you platforming this guy? Why are you, why have you done this? Like, this guy is bad. Like, I'll get quite a bit of pushback, I expect.
Yeah.
For the Jballs situation, right? And a lot of people on 2B2T like use that as evidence to say you're a pedo, which firstly I don't believe that, and I think the word pedo on 2B is fucking retardedly overused to a kind of an offensive standard where it's just sort of lost its kind of meaning, and people kind of throw that word around like it means nothing nowadays, which is quite sad to see. But people call you a pedo, right? And so can we get a summary of, I mean, for those of you, for the listeners at home that don't know, you're kind of known for this event where you may have shown your testicles and your cock and balls on stream, right? So can you give us like an entire summary, clear up everything, like all the rumors that people have said about you, like all that shit? I just want like a big kind of, can you just give me that?
Yes. So I honestly don't know like 100% of everything people, what they're talking about and everything, because I don't really get this too like often brought up to my face. So I like just talk like outside of it, and I don't really have a say in anything. So I don't know 100%, but I do know that I am thankful to be on this podcast, and I think there is some problems with that in this community, and I think we should deal with it carefully, in a sense that we shouldn't allow people that are doing really bad things to just like laugh at it. But there's obviously a line, right? There's a line. Like what things that we can and can't do. There's an unwritten law. So, obviously there's a lot of controversy that people brought up within the past couple of years, and I think it's 2020, 2021, of just me being a very hateful person. Me always respond to this with like, okay, this person's a hater. We're not going to talk about it. It's a gross thing.
You kind of match their energy back to them, the hate that you're receiving.
Dude, yeah. Because, like, I gotta realize, dude, this server does have a lot of kids on it. Some people say more than others. I just kind of assume now it's like 10% adults and like 90% kids. I think it's not good to over-assume adults, because you want to treat adults like they're, it's like, okay, I don't know this person's age, But you want to assume, it's better just to assume everybody's like a kid. Almost at this point.
Yeah, and unless you know them, know that they're not, you do need to assume that. Just you can't be caught lacking, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like,
and
you're not trying to catch
or it's not to say like you're a kid either. Like, I say I'm like underage or whatever. Like, that's not.
Yeah.
I tell everybody I'm 23 years old. Like, that's the thing I can't.
Yeah. So
when joke about anymore.
When was the first Jballs incident? Was it on stream, and like, what time was it?
So I think it all started with me calling other people like I call like a lot of people like like you're like a molester, you attack kids like in this sense. But I think I started getting called it a lot. I don't really remember, but I think it's 2020. But I think it really happened, where a thing came out in October. So it happened in October 2020.
Okay. And that's when the video got leaked.
Yeah, I'm not sure 100% like the video. Yeah. Okay, I think I knew what you're talking about. Yeah. So that was, that was when it got leaked, and that was something that I dealt with horribly. I wouldn't do anything like that again, obviously, and I apologize for before the incident, when the incident happened, and after the incident. And I still don't know 100% of like what people have said around it. I just hear like the final thing of it. But yeah, I mean, if anybody's seen anything, and obviously we shouldn't be having type of people that do things like that in our community. Yeah.
So you agree that the kind of sort of disgust from the 2B community and hate you got originally was warranted?
Definitely, if you add in how I reacted to it, 100%.
Yeah.
But yeah.
What did you like do? Did you try and like flat out deny it, or did you just be like, oh, who cares? Like, what was kind of your defense to it at the time?
So okay, let me see. So my defense to it was like, hey, dude, like, this guy was okay. So like how it happened, pretty much. Let's just do that. How it happened was we did face cam. Well, I don't think I deserve like getting swatted and everything like that. But I digress.
Yeah, no,
how
fuck
it happened
that.
was we did face cam Fridays every Friday, and obviously me being like a 2B streamer, I was like on stream like 100% of the time, right? Like with video camera. So, and even on Discord, and Discord calls, I was in my camera on. So I ended up, what happened was, so there's a recording of a video, and I got sent the recording of video, and seeing that recording video like on every single Discord, like on 2B, like how I used to spam Discords.
Yeah, that was some back to you.
Came back to me like, yo,
a video of your
balls. We'll send a video of you.
Yep.
And I just kind of, I'm just gonna sip of water here.
Yeah, sure. I just did.
I reacted to that by saying, hey, dude, whoever's sending us around, let's go after him. Let's make sure like this stuff doesn't get out there, because it's gonna ruin my reputation. And but I did that as an add everyone in my Discord, which is a horrible decision, and I apologize for that.
Ooh,
to go.
Yeah.
So, and people started coming after that guy who recorded it and sending it around. So, but it's kind of funny because obviously that didn't stop me from acting much different.
Yeah.
It kind of just made me worse.
Right, because it kind of made you sort of, I don't know if resentment's the right word, but sort of be on such high defense mode from kind of criticism that you got from the 2B community that maybe you were really like quick to lash out at people. Is that a fair statement?
I guess, like, I always feel like, hey, some guy's on an alt, just being
right. Yeah.
This is just, or this guy sent him to do this. You're always thinking about like, okay, this guy must be, talking to other people. I don't know. This guy's just an enemy, right? If they just say hi like that. But honestly, dude, like looking back, like seeing some other people in the community do some bad disgusting stuff, like that's how I would like. I kind of like, that's like my first reaction. Like I want to message this guy like, yo, is this true? Like, yo, is this you? Just like
when it happens to other people, yeah.
When it happens to you, it's like, oh, that's not really like this guy's just, it's tough to see.
Yeah,
that's when you gotta play for a while to see be on.
Right.
See how I don't know.
Sorry to interrupt, boys, but I just want to let you know that we have a Patreon. By actively supporting the podcast, you will be able to attend our interviews live in-game at the studio and in Discord. By being in-game, you will be able to interact with the world outside and in front of the podcast studio, which essentially means you can just build some massive penises behind the window. Your name will also be added to the supporter signboard, and you'll get some Discord perks as well. So I hope to all see you in the studio soon. Now, back to the podcast. Okay, so that would have been all well and good, but the reason it's such a big meme is because it happened multiple times, and I've heard the number 4 times you've shown your balls on camera in some regard. Is that true? Because I've only seen 2 videos. So
I don't know what people are talking about when they started that. I think it's because the wiki page.
So that's just a meme. Okay.
That's just feel like I've heard higher numbers.
So how many times has it happened?
I don't really know, dude. Like, yeah, I'm just gonna stick with the number 2.
In
that sense. And And that's kind of weird because I kind of said that would never happen, and it ended up happening a year later. In a
Yeah,
very
how
weird event.
did that, like, because this was during a YouTube stream the second time, right?
Yeah, it was a month-long stream.
Right, so you... wait, what you did... But I'm talking about the second one here, so this is 2021.
Yeah.
You did another month-long stream in 2021?
Yeah, I started one. I have no idea why. I just want to break my record. Oh, I think someone messaged me saying they're going to break my 1 month long stream. What I used to do is like, okay, well, I'm just going to start streaming right after you start. So I if you start doing it, I'm just going to be right behind you when you stop. Be longer. So yeah, dude. I had a new camera at the time, and I didn't really know how to like switch it on and off. My computer's really buggy, and everything was going crazy. And I obviously apologize for everything. I mean, I always do things better, but apparently, I showed up to work one day, and I don't know what the hell was going on, because somebody clip, yo, bro, like, you're streaming right now. I'm like, what the fuck? What the fuck? How
So you didn't realize you were streaming?
No, dude, I have no idea what's going on. And also same with Streamlabs and same with my camera. I got Logitech Brio, like this high. It kind of made my video camera quality less for some reason. But yeah, I did.
So you accidentally started streaming. At some point got your cock and balls out whilst not realising you were streaming, and then someone had to like basically message you being like, what the fuck are you doing, you're live, like that.
Well, I don't know yet. Okay, I got logged out again. I don't know 100% like what people are talking about, like getting stuff out or whatever, but I just know like I just apologize for that happening, and I just remember looking back on that and seeing that like I think I reacted with maybe a little better, but I just remember like saying, dude, like people sending this stuff out, like saying like, oh yo, he's in a VC with like a minor doing this. I don't know, dude.
Yeah. Is that true that you were in? Was that true? You were in the VC with a minor? No. So that's a lie. What people are saying.
That was that was a YouTube stream. That's a YouTube live stream.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, because that's a rumor I've heard a lot. People were being like, oh my god, Jake's a pedo because he showed his balls to a minor. And I mean, it's just an example of how things get skewed, I guess, on 2B.
Yeah.
But
I just don't know how a lot of people are talking about, but this is just how they react. Like when I was doing stuff, I would do a lot of mean stuff to people, you know, and this is how they would get back at me. So I think now I'm being kinder to people, and not for that reason, but I'm just treating people better. The way I want to be treated, I just don't get treated like that. People don't really like do that stuff too much anymore, but I do expect if I'm starting being an asshole again, people do have that stuff on their computer, and they would definitely be more than happy than so pretty much it was a mistake with the camera, and I thought it was off.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay.
People had to see that.
Yeah, thank you for the apology. My eyes were scarred. I'm joking. That was mean. So can you assure us that you will never 100%. Ever do that again? You'll never whip your cock and balls out on stream again? No,
none of us should, dude.
Good. Okay. I think people will appreciate hearing that. But okay.
I really apologize for that, guys. That is you should definitely hold me to a higher standard than that. We should hold each other to a higher standard than that. I'm glad that we do. I'm glad this isn't completely like a free for all where people will do that. Because that would be disgusting.
Yeah. Okay, so let's move on from this because I know it's obviously. Yes. If I were you, I wouldn't like talking about it.
I have to apologize. Like people haven't heard about it. People haven't heard the story. So dude, bad thing.
Okay.
Don't do it.
So was that kind of would you say that's what brought you the most hate on 2B?
Yes, but I just want to keep going back to how I treat people like an asshole.
Okay. It's really interesting to see you kind of like blaming yourself in this, which is really kind of reflective of how you've sort of matured.
Like, who else can I blame for it, dude?
Oh yeah, I guess. I mean, people will be quick to be like, "Oh, the 2B community put these words in my mouth, blah blah blah." They're pointing fingers. They're just dumb. Like, fuck them.
That's what people do.
Like, but you're like, nah.
But why didn't they do that to everybody? Why was it just me? What was the reason? That just shows like you don't want to get on the bad side of the 2B community.
Would you say you were an easy target?
Yeah. Low-cow, I guess is the term I realized. Things that exist.
What's that?
Low-cow. Well, I don't think I was 100% easy target. Okay, I did say yes, but I want to make it clarify. Like, a low-cow is pretty much somebody that I can look up on Google, but like it's very easily to get a reaction out of them, or like if they say something controversial.
Okay.
If a Democrat, you say a bunch of Republicans, the Republicans,
sure.
Or like maybe they're LGBTQ, and you just do like a lot of anti stuff or whatever, and they just really they'll get really mad really quick and show their reaction. And I think the thing is though, it was really weird because my online persona was getting mixed with my IRL persona. It's like on YouTube I would kind of like dramatize everything, But then when it came to Discord calls, I'm like, wait, I'm not streaming. Do I really justify this? Like, I want to stay in character. I don't want to like, I want to stay in character 100% of the time. You know, kind of like fool everybody.
Yeah. So would you say you were kind of playing a character? Obviously you were in your videos, but sort of like, as long as you were playing 2B2T, you were sort of putting on this character, maybe?
Yeah, I was, but I think I was becoming too much.
Right, yeah.
I wouldn't act this way in real life at all. Obviously.
Sure.
I wouldn't be able... You can't live that way. You can't live like that.
So 2B2T player Jake the Snake isn't a reflection of real life Jake the Snake?
I think there's sprinklings in that. Like, how I get hype. Like, I get hype in my mind, but like sometimes I get hype for PvP on stream. I kind of like get hype in real life. I'm like, yeah, I'm putting an act, but like, hey, dude, sometimes to get things done, you have to get in a mindset like of that. For me, like when I'm like lifting weights or anything, I'm getting the mindset like, okay, dude, it's like life or death. In a sense, in like PvP, you're like, I do not want to die. Like I want to win. Yeah. So, but in other senses,
Did you ever get good at PvP?
Yeah, end of 2020, I got in a PvP tournament, and I got trained by Hyperion, and
Okay.
they made me quite a lethal. They gave me all the settings and everything. They made me quite a lethal player, and I think
Jeez.
I made a pretty deep run in that PvP tournament. Out of like 128 people.
Wow, you don't want to fuck with Jake the Snake if you see him at spawn, boys. You've been warned.
Yeah, now I'm a little rusted, but we'll try.
Right, yeah. So what kind of obviously you took your break after like kind of COVID ended, right? And you sort of started being integrated into real life again. Why did you decide to come back? Because a lot of people, say they're going to quit 2B, and well, most people who say they're going to quit 2B don't end up quitting, but some people do, right? So why isn't it that you just stop playing? You kind of look back at 2B as it was a fun year during 2020, but I'm known on there for all these things, and I don't want to be there anymore. So why were you different to that? What made you come back?
You're talking about coming back this month?
Yeah.
There's no nostalgia, dude, and I just kind of felt like I had to make amends with a lot of people. I don't want this to be a skeleton in my closet to come back to bite me, in the future. So I just wanted to make amends with a lot of people and saying like, yeah, dude, people accepted it. I asked for people's forgiveness, but like a lot of people accepted the apology I gave, which is really awesome. I didn't really expect that. I just really expected kind of like how things were like be like before, but I think it's like time has passed and people, and I just kind of like things. I'm not saying anything people did things like, bad against me, which they did. I'm not saying maybe it was, I don't deserve it all, but yeah, dude, I let bygones be bygones. You let the past be the past, and let the present be the present. But as I said, dude, I don't really see any future plans right now on 2B unless something.
So you don't intend to stay.
Unless I can help somebody out, I'm just not going to play for myself anymore in a sense.
Okay.
I don't get enjoyment out of that. If I can help others do something.
Yeah. So you do. So do you feel forgiven by the 2B2T community?
I do feel it. I do feel that a lot. Which is cool. Which I don't feel like I deserve it, and I don't feel like a lot. I don't feel like people that did the things I did forgive it would deserve it. I don't feel deserving of it.
Why don't you feel like you deserve it?
Just because, like, if someone else acted the way I did, I just feel like that's just unacceptable, and I wouldn't really talk to them much again, unless they would apologize. Like, that's not what I'm doing in a sense, but I guess I feel more deserving of it because it took like months and even a year of like constant like character change and apologies to like even get to this point, and I don't feel like I could just go back to. I'm not going to go back to the way I was acting. I don't know.
Yeah.
The past is the past, but like I can start becoming more comfortable, start being like myself more instead of just being like this like kind of like a little sheep, just like
explosive character. Yeah.
So yeah, I try to do that a little bit, but even like I did that 2 weeks ago on stream, and I got police at my door. I got like 2 pizzas sent to my house.
Wait, really?
Yeah, and I put something up on my stream, the next stream, like, hey, disclaimer. This is for entertainment purposes. Because like, the people told the police that I was suicidal and I was on drugs.
That's crazy, man.
And I had this in my Discord call after. Like I'm not sure people see the video, but I was actually recording the police at my door and everything.
Fucking hell.
So, yeah.
That's mad though. Like people on 2B are fucking. They go crazy sometimes. Like that shit's just like.
The person apologized to me who did it though.
Oh really?
He apologized to me after he saw I was acting of it and everything. And that's just a different thing, dude. before then I would make things private. Like, hey, dude, you don't want to like tell people are like harassing you or this or whatever. Like, I just say like, yo, bros, this happened to me, guys. Like, sorry, I had to stop streaming. I want to stop. I want to keep streaming, but there's police at my door. I gotta handle it. So
yeah. Wow, that's quite the experience.
Didn't happen since then though, because they're just thinking about like the last time they heard me was like a year and a half ago, or they just hear what someone else said about me. So yeah, they just go full force.
They just go with that. Yeah.
You know, or like you know the what is it called? Kiwi Farms. It's like a website where like locals and everything, they attack locals.
Oh right.
Actually, they're playing 2B actually right now.
Never heard of that.
No, yeah, it's like kind of like 4chan, but like they just go on 100%. Like once you're on there, like you can't get off there, and a bunch of people just go like harass you all at once.
You're always gonna find retards on the internet. That's kind of just how it is.
So, yeah.
So when did you well, not when, sorry, because it was recently, but like you've started streaming again, right? And you know, you seem to be having fun doing it. Any plans for videos again?
No plans. Yeah, my Pro just ran out, so like, we just gotta have to see what the future, what future comes up. If there's an update on 2B or what's going on, I kind of got back into it because it was Bezo and Maxi. They had like an end project going on like a month ago, and I was just in VC with them. I'm like, yo, bro, this is really cool. And one of my friends brought me Prio because they want me to play and stream it and like get the community active again, which I think we all like have a small part, like as YouTubers, a responsibility in a positive sense to like get the community to play again, in a sense. Like I heard like Offtopia's on today and like some old players were playing on for some reason, but like yeah, I started playing for this month, and now my Prow's out. My Prow's gone. I don't like to play at all, but I just feel like when I have priority queue, I still have that thing inside me. Like I have to play like
I need to get my money's worth.
Yeah, but you shouldn't think about that way, dude. Our time's way more worth than $20 a month. Like our time's at least worth like $20 an hour. We shouldn't just be looking. But that's the way I look at it.
Sigma grinds it.
Yeah.
Are you a fan of Andrew Tate?
No, I don't know who that is.
Oh, okay, don't worry then. I thought you would, because earlier in the stream you said you looked up to Fit for being like a masculine, like male role model. All right, don't worry.
Back then, yeah.
Don't worry about it.
I did. He did. He was a super man, like a
Fair
gay Chad,
That's so weird because like that's not something I like. Usually when you ask people like how they found out about 2B or what attracted them, they're like, oh, I watched the Fit videos. And they were so dramatic, they made the server look cool, right? Not, oh, I saw Fit MC. He must have a massive penis. I want to be like him and play on the same server as him. Right? Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think people are subconsciously like that. They just see like Fit as this like, like the definition of a man almost. How he but Minecraft. So it's like kind of that clashing thing, like this very kid thing, child thing, and like masculine man plays it.
You don't get many 2B players that look like Fit MC. That is very true.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna ask you the question that I ask all my guests, right? And so far they've all had the same answer, obviously for different reasons. But I think it's quite an interesting one with you because for all the other ones, I've sort of predicted what their answer is gonna be. So would you say 2B2T has had a net positive or net negative impact on your life overall?
Positive impact.
And why?
2B2T is a positive net. Someone just said say neutral. Okay, a positive net impact because I just literally learned like this entirely different perspectives than I had. As I said, being in a Christian university and having like this very like, hey, like just stand up right, act good, be kind, like thing, and just getting on 2B, it's like it's just countercultural to like what I was experiencing, and everybody's different perspectives, and yeah, I just kind of exploded my bubble, like what I thought the world was, changed my worldview, and in that sense, hopefully I've had a little impact positively on people's lives.
That's a cool answer. Yeah, you went from a Christian university to a Christian server.
Yeah, exactly. A Christian, Christian
family-friendly Christian Minecraft server. Yeah. So, what would you say is like the main thing you've gained from joining 2B?
So as I said, I wasn't really on the computer much like growing up. I got my MacBook in 2019. Before that, I used to go to the library to do my homework, and like I was playing football. I didn't have time, so like I definitely learned like with the hack clients and everything. Like I even learned a little programming. And just like editing videos, and a bunch of stuff, like a lot of things I do on the internet. I think that world's very, for good or for worse. So a lot of the world's moving online, if it hasn't already had. And this is how we communicate these days. And this is how messages get. This is how we, in some part, change the world, is through the internet. And I've learned a bunch of things about how it worked through this Minecraft server.
Well, yeah. So you'd say kind of like just world view. You've kind of been opened up to the internet, basically. That's interesting that you said like before, kind of 2-bit or like growing up, you never really had that connection, because like obviously most people in our generation. Well, I mean, you're in kind of a different generation. You're what, 23, right?
23, yeah.
Yeah, so you're 5. Okay, so you're like a millennial, Gen Z, whatever. But like, you millennials, you all kind of grew up around or at least had your teenage years around the internet and everything. So that's cool to like hear that you kind of didn't have that, and that 2B sort of was your first experience. God, I would not want 2B to be my first fucking experience of the internet. I can't lie. I'm not surprised that.
I never used Reddit before 2B2T. Never used Discord before 2B2T. Not 2019. Obviously had YouTube, but not this side of YouTube, not the video game part of YouTube.
Yeah.
So, dude, it just opened up my mind to a whole nother world when I joined the server.
Do you see yourself doing YouTube in the future? Not just on 2B, just like in general. Like, is creating content something you enjoy?
It is something I enjoy. I love the pot. I just love keeping track of the numbers and all the analytical stuff. I've always been a big numbers guy. I like keeping track of that stuff. In the future, dude, but I just know whatever comes. I don't have any plans with YouTube right now. I don't have any plans with live streams. I just when cool things come up, and I just go, hey, okay, I'm gonna pour my heart and soul into this, and that just might be once a week, once a month. Some people, everybody handles it differently. Of course, I have a lot of ideas. We all do. But
yeah.
Maybe create a new YouTube channel. There's a lot of things I've been wanting to do. I'm not sure if I'll do them or not, but like people want to do IRL videos, But I'm getting maybe a little too old for that, to do like prank videos.
Do vlogs. Well, you did vlogs, right? You did streaming, like going to the gym, streaming, going to McDonald's, all that shit for a bit, right?
Yeah, that was fun. Actually, no, those were really actually fun. I was with my friend, but a lot of my friends actually moved away.
Right.
So,
yeah, that's something I've always wanted to do, but I've never kind of done it.
Yeah, dude, it's something. It looks fun. People do it for fun.
Like
it looks
IRL
like
streams.
people like watching them. So.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, Jake, fuck. It's this has been really interesting. I went in this I went into this kind of with the mindset of sort of worst case scenario. It will be a big meme, right? Because obviously I haven't spoken to you in 2 years. I don't know. I didn't know what you were like. I was kind of assuming that maybe you were the same person you were 2 years ago, and I was like, oh, okay, he's just gonna be AIDS. But like, you've actually been you've been really good, and I think the stuff you've said is kind of reflective of the fact that you've matured like quite a lot, and I am very happy for you. So yeah, is there anything you kind of want to say before we end this? Like anything you think I haven't covered, anything you want to get cleared up, anything you want to shout out, etc.?
No, I just think the gym has had a big positive impact in my life.
The gym?
Yeah, I've lost 90 pounds in the past year. So.
Wow, shit, that's good, bro. What you at now?
Oh, and weight?
Yeah.
So, dude, I was up in like the 350s. Now I'm like in the 250s, 6'1", 6'2". So
nice.
So this is the progress, but just having seen that progress and like building like my body instead of building my YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Some of them. So.
That's cool.
Yeah.
You're becoming the next Fit MC.
No, I thought this was gonna be the BSB Discord coming in this interview, so that would be different.
Yeah, that's good. What did you think?
Your own thing.
What were you?
It's like your own thing, really.
Yeah.
That. So I was pleasantly surprised.
How would you
handle everything professionally?
How did you expect my questions to go? Did you think I'd kind of like try and like meme you or sort of thing? Do you think I would be toxic? Or?
No, that's what other people try to tell me, and I'm just like, just stop. Like, this is my first interview. I've had actually a lot of job interviews in past, but this was one stressed me out more than those.
So, I feel honored.
Yeah, I just kind of looked at the things that you sent me, topics, and I kind of just prepared myself, and I think it was awesome, very professional. So
sweet.
Thank you for having me on.
I appreciate it. Yeah, thanks for coming, man. As you said, it's the first one you've done. So yeah, everybody, this is the Jake the Snake interview. I hope you found it interesting. I hope it made your traveling on the 2BCT highways a bit better. As always, it'd be much appreciated if you were to join the Patreon, so you can do things like who's this? Sorry, is this Lazarus building a massive BSB symbol outside the window? Yes, Lazarus. Type in chat what you think of being a official DigCast Patreon. Based. There you go, boys. It's based. And yeah, well, I thank you all for watching. Please subscribe for more epic 2B2T podcasts. Also, yeah, I think that's all I have to say. Right, see you, boys. Kiss, kiss.